two more things. Hitting on the run versus hitting desperately. Hitting on the run is part of the footwork, part of the basic footwork. When I'm going towards the ball, okay, there are times when going sideways, especially going sideways, this model applies to the sideways movement. So there are moments that I will have the time to step and hit, and there will be times that I will have no time to do that. Usually, in 4 steps, I may or may not have the time to step my front foot. Okay, so in this case, what I do is I use my front leg as a counterweight and hit the ball. So the form, and I will explain what I'm doing, is something like this. Okay, so I'm 1, 2, 3. So what I do is my last step is with my back foot. Okay, I keep sort of straight my front leg, my front foot, that won't be able to step. I don't have the time. I have to start moving, hitting the ball now. So I use this as a counterweight for the torque my arm will create. So this moves like a compass, okay, doing a circle, and my hand strikes as usual, okay. So it's like I'm doing this. It's like dancing a bit, okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I land on this leg, then I put down the leg of the same side of the shot. I have already hit the ball, and I return, for example, okay. So how do we practice that? Okay, so first step is to just do the stroke with all our weight in our back foot, okay, like an open stance. The second is, as we do this movement, maybe it's better if we just come until the universal contact point, okay. As I do this, I bring up my other leg. This is not very comfortable, but it's just for better coordination. And the next is to bring it in a circular motion. Okay. And then I jump. Okay. So let's do it with Polycarpos a bit. So I'm not showing you how to hit open stance. You are free to use open stance, by the way. Okay. I'm just showing how to train hitting on the run in forehand drive. So he will be, of course, in open stance. Okay, that's our baseline now. So he's not moving. He's just hitting open stance. Okay, just open stance. Okay, now he may also lift his other side leg. Okay. Okay. Now he may start incorporating that into movement. He will make 3 steps. This is, for the time being, this is something like static training, okay? Okay, take his time. Okay. And then he starts moving when he sees the ball. And of course I throw it in a way that's very comfortable for him, okay? And he does till there. Now I add a segment and I remove a segment, okay, as is the case in the performance spirals. So what I add is my leg going diagonally or going diagonally or circularly or like a compass, okay, and I remove the footwork. And then we add footwork to this. Okay. Now we will do it dynamically. Lots of yoga there. And now we will do statically the jump. And again statically with footwork. And then the full sequence. Okay, some more details to make hitting on the run more clear. Okay, based on what we have already established as basic knowledge. So, in the beginning, I start from the hitting position and I have two opposing movements. So ideally, the hand is going forward and up, and a counter movement is done by the opposite leg like this. Okay. So the easiest way to coordinate a stroke, to coordinate anything, is just to have a common rhythm. So if it's the same rhythm, the arm goes up and the leg goes up at the same time. That's the simplest possible coordination pattern, okay? Because if I start from here, but of course I will have in the end to start from the opening position, from the starting position, then the coordination is more complex. So in the beginning, in the first steps, I study the stroke from the hitting position, doing a coordinated movement. Okay, before I also add the starting position, okay, and do something more complex. Of course, even if I add the starting position, my leg will start moving only when I will be on the hitting position, because it is that moment that I need counterbalancing my movement with the opposite leg. Again, this is different than just running desperately for the ball. Okay, so here we keep the control, okay, or we have greater control. We never like faint and lose total control. Okay, so then we have the desperate strokes where I have not even this way of reaching the ball, and I'm just trying to hitting and keeping the best way I can my balance. When I do on the run strokes, the universal reference point still exists for me. As I do with a basic footwork pattern, that my reference point is a universal reference point. So this is the universal reference point. So I go to the ball based on that. The same applies to hitting on the run, okay, but not desperately. So again, it's based on the universal reference point. I use my other leg as a means to turn my body and come to the universal reference point. But when I'm hitting desperately, there's no universal reference point. I'm just, and it's very dangerous. It's really dangerous if I try to stop or to change the direction of my body. So I'm running, I'm hitting the ball, and I continue my movement or stop my movement, but still there. I don't try to hit and turn or stop and return. It's very dangerous, okay? I'm just trying to either save the point, keep the ball in playing, or make some kind of lucky winner, I don't know, but it's desperate times. Desperate times call for desperate measures, but not for injury. For the backhand side, the same things apply in two-handed backhands. But in order to maintain very good form, I really need to do lots of yoga there. Okay, so it's the same thing to hit on the run. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and here I finish my stroke. And when it comes to one-handed backhand, problem solved, because I'm already looking at that direction, so I either can make it to hit the ball or not.